Happiness is such a beautiful emotion. It moistens your heart with positivity, optimism, and hope. Happy people naturally feel fulfilled with their lives and satisfied at work. So often the sense of happiness escalates to a feeling of gratitude, counting the blessings you have received, and that creates an experience of euphoria in the heart. Start at the very starting. Since when have we been searching for happiness? Without happiness, even victory is not sweet. You may surround yourself with the most opulent luxuries and treasures of the world, but it doesn't fill the void inside. And even success doesn't provide delight. Thereby, happiness is like the one before all the zeros, which by its presence adds value to everything, and by its absence nullifies the value of everything in life. Yet, happiness is also like that rainbow in the horizon. We keep on running after it, but it seems to keep on receding away. And that is why we need to apply ourselves to understand what are the tools and techniques for a happier life. One thing we are all searching after, and the mystery thickens. The search for happiness is not of one lifetime. The Vedic philosophy is of eternity. We all have existed since eternity. So our search for happiness is an eternal one. I once asked a little girl, "Beti, where is your father's house?" She said, "Swamiji, it is in front of my uncle's house." So I could not ask the GPS, where is this Beti's uncle's house? So I said, "Where is your uncle's house now?" She said, "Swamiji, it is in front of my father's house." So father's house in front of uncle's house and uncle's house in front of father's house. I said, "Beti, where is your father's and uncle's house?" She said, "Swamiji, they are in front of each other." Likewise, if somebody asks you, after the weekend when you go to office, and your colleague says, "Where had you gone?" and you say, "I went to listen to Swamiji's lecture." And he says, "Acha, you went for a lecture. Can you tell us since when have we souls existed?" You can tell your friend, we have existed ever since God has existed. Mamaivansho jivaloke jiva bhutas sanatanaha. Arjun, all souls are my eternal fragmental parts. And if your friend again asks, since when has God existed in that case? we have existed ever since God has existed. Since when has God existed? So you can tell your friend, God has existed ever since we have existed. And if your friend asks, okay, in that case, since when has God and us existed? You can say, since when even time did not exist, since then we have existed. Because time begins when God creates. Aksharat sanjayate kala. Now you create a watch and put it in motion. So God creates the world and time begins. Before creation, when there was dissolution, there was no time, but the soul existed even then. So since eternity, we are searching for happiness. And we must now strive to bring it to consummation, step by step by step. It will be a journey. What are the benefits of trying to be happy? Let's inspire ourselves. Why should we want to be happier people? Well, nowadays scientists, psychologists have realized so many benefits. There's a whole industry created around happiness. Actually, this topic, Penguin India came to me, can you please write a book on happiness? And that is why then I started thinking about it. So nowadays, they have, happy hours in hotels, happy hours in restaurants, and even chief happiness officers in organizations whose job is to make people happier. So scientists have understood that happier people have healthier hearts. Their hearts are just more robust, and their personality is more resilient, which means when stress comes, they can bear with it better. What an important virtue to have. You don't crumble in the face of difficulties, but stand up to it if you are a happier person. In fact, happiness also boosts your immunity. Tests were done by a scientist called Sorota and his company. They would give pathogens in a pill to people and then check their immunity response via the saliva a little while later. And they would also give them a questionnaire to fill up to judge how happy they were on that day. So the same person was given the test on multiple days. Now 500 people were tested like this on multiple occasions. And amazingly, it was found, actually, it's only natural. The day people were happier, their immunity response was better. So this is an important tip to keep in mind during this COVID period, or post-COVID period, because you all got vaccinated and then some new variant came, and then you got vaccine booster dose and then some new variant came. So that's all very well, but the best thing is to build your own immunity. And for that, remember, the happier you are, the stronger your immunity will become. So when happiness makes you healthier, does it mean that happier people live longer lives? It does. One test was carried out in this regard. There's a monastery for ladies called the School Sisters of Notre Dame, where ladies join to become nuns. Now, those ladies who were in the monastery and who were born before the year 1917, their records, they used to maintain daily autobiographical journals. And some researchers were given access to those after they had passed away. And what they discovered was that based on the autobiographical journals, they could then judge how happy that individual was and how long that lady lived, the nun. They discovered that the happiest quartile of nuns, 90% of them crossed the age of 85. And the unhappiest quartile of nuns, only 34% of them lived beyond the age of 85. So if it is your aspiration to increase your lifespan expectancy, naturally you eat the right things, but also learn the secrets of being a happier person. So this gives rise to one question, that supposing now we become happier, will it increase our life still? Actually, it will.